Jonathan Dziedzic. I guess first of all, just talk about your start last night, 7 inning, a very strong start against the San Antonio Missions.
Yeah, trying to kind of jump back from last time I started against them in San Antonio. Didn't really have a great start there, so trying to watch pretty closely how we went after in the last 2 games and try to follow a pretty good game plan. Zane had he was on the same page with me on game plan wise, so we were able to work together pretty well and put together a pretty good game.
What is that like, I guess, essentially adjusting for each lineup? San Antonio lineup is going to be a lot different than Corpus Christi or any of the teams you face in the North. How is it only facing San Antonio maybe twice a year as opposed to Arkansas 4, 5, 6 times a year?
Right, like San Antonio and Corpus, we might face them once or twice from pitching standpoint, so you can, and it's usually back-to-back as well, so you can make your adjustments pretty quick. You see them one week, you adjust to them the next. From the teams from our division, you face them, it feels like every week at times. So you just have to make small adjustments as you go along, and if things work, you go with that as long as you can and adjust when needed.
How have you, I guess, adapted this year? Obviously, you've had a tremendous second half since the All-Star break. What has been your biggest adjustments?
I think the biggest thing has been listening to Jim Brower and the things he's been teaching us as a whole staff, and trying to apply those into the game as best as possible. You know, just if it's using all your pitches like you should, or first pitch strikes, things like that. Just a lot of different things, and trying to get them all to work into the same game, and the results will come if you just trust the things he's telling you, because he's been here, he knows all the things you need to do to be successful. So you just try to listen and soak up as much as you can, and try to apply it to all the games.
We've had quite a few talented pitchers come here, including yourself. Chris Medlin on a rehab, Sean Mania, Cody Reed before they were traded, and then we started with Brandon Finnegan. Have you kind of learned from them, or do you guys kind of bounce ideas off each other how you're going to approach this batter or that?
Yeah, I mean, as pitchers, like all pitchers, you try to help each other out. If you see something you think will help somebody else out, you'll talk to them about it. And I guess bullpen guys and starters are a little different how they have to attack the hitters. So starters, we all talk to each other. We have to face guys 2, 3, 4 times in a game. So we try to give tips that helped us, or what we think will help others. And then obviously having big league guys, anytime they rehab, you try to talk to them as much as possible about how they attack hitters and just their knowledge of the game. They know a lot, and you try to get as much as possible.
You mentioned bullpen compared to starter. You had that one relief appearance after Kyle Zimmer. Was it kind of different getting loose that game compared to when you're starting, or did you kind of already know going into that game that's what you're going to be used to do?
I mean, we knew up front that I was going to be piggybacking him, but it's a little different. I tried to come out when he did his things to get ready for the game. I went out and did my stuff, tried to act like it was just a normal start day. It was just a little bit different having to warm up and sit down, stand up, sit down a few times, because we weren't sure exactly when I was going to come in the game. But other than that, I got to come in and pitch from the windup just like normal. So it was just a little different. I guess you're a little more amped up coming up straight out of the 5th inning instead of, by the 5th inning you're usually settled in pretty good. So it was a little bit different in that standpoint, but not too bad.
Last thing, you made a brief appearance in Omaha. Pretty much ever since you came back from that's when you really turned a corner. Did you pick up anything in Omaha from any of those pitching coaches or the pitchers up there?
A little bit. I didn't get to talk much to them. I was only up there for a couple of days. I guess the biggest thing up there, I didn't have a great outing, but I was able to learn a little bit about, the strike zone, trying to be more efficient in the strike zone, because I don't seem to chase as much out of the zone. So I guess that was a learning experience, because, I mean, you learn more from the bad games than you do the good, I would say, and that wasn't one of my better games. So just being able to go out there and pitch, I think 3 in the 3rd or whatever, and just try to learn as much as possible. I was able to talk to the pitching coach there and Brower about it as well, and they kind of gave me their feedback. And after that, I just tried to kind of capitalize off of that and move forward.
Okay, thank you.